Welcome, Climate Viewers. This is Jim Lee from Climate Viewer News at climateviewer.com, climateviewer.org, and weathermodificationhistory.com. Question of the day: what do you think about weather modification? Do you think it's a thing that should just go away? Do you actually think it will go away? And what do you think about electric weather modification as opposed to the classical chemical weather modification that's gone on for the last 68 years? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. Got a new article. I just posted it yesterday up on climateviewer.com. And you can see that here. It's a shocking electric weather modification companies in 2019. And I just kind of wanted to recap some of these new technologies that most people aren't familiar with, so that you guys can kind of get an overview of that. So if you're new here, please remember to subscribe. My YouTube channel is Jim Lee Climate Viewer. If you're searching for me on YouTube, just type in Climate Viewer and you'll see both of my channels. And if you would be so kind as to support my work, everything is free of charge and open source. You can do that monthly on patreon.com/climateviewer or give a one-time donation on PayPal or GoFundMe. That's greatly appreciated. So let's go straight to the article. And basically what we have here is that most people don't know about this new cloud ionization technologies. This video is kind of prompted by a company called Climate Control Global Trading LLC. Literally reached out to me yesterday in a phone call. And, they're very frustrated with the old technology versus what they have to offer. And we're asking for suggestions. It's kind of been a long, interesting road with this whole technology because, I came from the place 10 years ago that all weather modification should be banned. Geoengineering, I still maintain, should be banned permanently, never allow solar geoengineering to occur. But the more you think about it, the more you realize that with the billions and possibly trillions of dollars that are invested in weather modification technologies worldwide, when you look at the history of weather modification, I also have posted recently the map of the United Nations tracking weather modification projects 1952 through 1999. And what you'll realize is that, this has been going on a long time. And there are a lot of people involved, and these are the actual reports from the World Meteorological Organization. And only 1989, 90 through 99 are on this map. 2000 through 2006 are not on the map. And you can still see that this is quite a lengthy map showing, all of the weather modification projects going on around the world. And all of these are, dumping chemicals in the sky to make it rain, also known as cloud seeding. And especially in America, there is a lot going on. And this is only a fraction of the actual projects that go on a daily basis. So, this has been going on since 1946 when Vincent Schaefer, Irving Langmuir, and Bernard Vonnegut invented cloud seeding at the General Electric laboratories. But this new version with the ionization methods is very controversial. Not a lot of people know about it, and that's why I wanted to kind of revisit it and kind of combine a lot of what I've got going on. I originally covered this in cloud ionization, electric rainmaking, and laser guided weather modification in 2014. So briefly, cloud ionizers are rapidly popping up around the globe as a replacement for the most widely used weather modification technique, dumping chemicals into clouds with cloud seeding. Cloud ionization and electric methods promise greater control of the weather without any toxic chemicals, and according to CEO of Earthwise Technologies, now closed, they can actually make the air cleaner. Now, I spoke with the CEO of Earthwise Technologies, and they set up cloud ionizers down in Mexico. And not only did he claim to make it rain, but he said that there was actually a 70% reduction in lung and breathing related illnesses downwind of the cloud ionizers. And the reason why is that cloud ionizers use pollution already in the sky as a cloud seed, or scientifically referred to as a cloud condensation nuclei. The idea is simple: create static electricity that attracts water to aerosols, dust, metals, and pollution in the sky to create clouds and make it rain. Finally, cloud ionizers are being used to protect critical infrastructure like nuclear waste from lightning strikes. There's an interesting one. Another new technique being discussed by 3 prominent companies and the Chinese government is the ability to use electromagnetic signals sent from ground-based antennas to steer atmospheric rivers or rivers of the sky. And you can see all of the different companies steering atmospheric rivers with antennas. Miles Research and Acquiesce Global Rain Project. His website is milesresearch.co. I got 3 separate articles I've done with David Miles, and I interviewed him. You can watch the video right there. And as you can see, they claim their system signals are launched from ground-based servers to adjust flight paths of weather systems. Acquiesce has intervened in over 40 rainfall projects, many on a massive scale. Let's see what's going on here. So, Climate Control Global Trading LLC, as I mentioned, they called me on the phone yesterday. Climate Control Global Trading LLC creates and steers hurricanes with ionospheric modification and cloud ionization. And their website is climateglobal.net. You can check them out. Weather Generator Project also contacted me for an interview. Hope to hook that up too. Their website is weathergenerator.net, and their parent company is magneticeast.com, and they have a YouTube channel which you can check out right here where they upload their videos. Weather Generator by Magnetic Technologies, and talk about how air pollution reduction technology, like I mentioned earlier. Let me zoom in on that so you guys can actually see what's going on. There you go. So that's what they're claiming. And I'm still riding the fence on this one, but in my personal opinion, if they're going to modify the weather, I'd much rather them do it this way than dump chemicals. But let me know what you think in the comments, please. China's Tianyi project, or Sky River. China is launching bizarre bid to control Earth's weather so it can shift rain clouds thousands of miles from soaking south to its parched north. 6 satellites will form a ring to spot water-laden clouds and create an atmospheric corridor to allow them to move to arid regions, state media says. And you can read all about that in the article, China's Mind-Blowing Weather Modification, Geoengineering, and ELF Transmitter Projects. And you can see in this infographic right here, this is where it says cloud seeding generators. That's the Himalayas, and they want to cover it in thousands of cloud seeding generators, and then move that rainfall up to the Yellow River Basin using atmospheric river control techniques with satellites, apparently. So this is new. This is really big, large scale. Cloud ionization for lightning protection. Some of you may have heard of the Waste Isolation Pilot Project. WIP, the nuclear waste site. And basically, they use cloud ionization to keep lightning from striking it. You don't want lightning to strike, or a lightning strike to hit anywhere near the facility, especially a direct hit, and he explained. Located at 5 different areas along the WIP site, the metal arrays protect everything from salt shafts to the exhaust filters. Engineers at WIP have traced the technology back to 1913. In Tesla's application, he included some sketches. One of the sketches included something that vaguely looked like a palm tree. The design has worked to protect the radioactive waste storage site since 1987. And right there you can see their cloud ionizer umbrella tower that they release positively charged ions. And allegedly, that has protected them from getting lightning strikes. Interesting stuff indeed. Cloud ionization making it rain. WeatherTech ionization technology. And that's, the picture from the preview on the image or the video. WeatherTech's been around quite a while. They were mentioned in my first article. And here's an infographic from Live Science that explains the difference between traditional cloud seeding and ion generation. Since the 1940s, this technique calls for an aircraft or rocket to inject silver iodide or other substances in the atmosphere. They also do this from ground-based seeding generators, so it's not just from the air. And these chemicals stick to water and hopefully make more rainfall. Meteo Systems, which is the WeatherTech we just mentioned, has built 5 sites with 10 emitters in the deserts of Abu Dhabi. The relative humidity at the ground reaches 30% or more. The emitters are switched on when that happens. And these negatively charged ions go up into the sky, and basically water sticks to it, and that'll make it rain. So, it's the electric method. Very interesting stuff. Australian Rain Technologies Atlant Cloud Ionizer. You can see it in the photo here. They're at australianrain.com.au. And they have a similar system to WeatherTech. And then finally, AST Clear Sky Manager. And you can see their setup right here. It's another ionization technology tower. And this is on the rooftop of a flat in Dubai, 2006. So you can read all about, weather modification and why people are in control of that by watching the video here and seeing the PowerPoint, the climate changers and water wars, technocracy, geoengineering, and replacing the water cycle. If you want to talk about real climate change, you're looking at it. The people who change the climate on a daily basis with weather modification. That's what I track. Climate Viewer News is about tracking the climate changers. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you'll check out the links. Sue Finelli says, why is weather modification denied by most people in the mainstream media? Because if they admit to the history of weather modification, it will really call into question all of the things that people have said about climate change. You can't blame climate change for wacky weather when people know that people are screwing with the weather. Period, point blank. So that's why this information will always be suppressed. They don't want people to know about the weather modification projects that have gone on for the last 100 years. And they certainly don't want anybody to know about military's ability to do that. China, Russia, America, Israel. They certainly don't want that to get out to the mainstream, to the mass public, because if they did, there probably would be outrage. But on the same time, there has to be companies out there that are trying to make, the world a better place. They have love in their heart, and they believe that what they're doing is a good thing. So I don't believe that all of the people who are involved in weather modification are just pure evil or just greedy. I see everything through a gray lens. So tell me what lens you see it through. Let me know in the comments. And just remember that, people are really heated nowadays. And information is powerful. And with that power comes great responsibility. So I hope that you guys would remember to attack ideas, not people. If this video resonates with you, leave me a comment because I love hearing from y'all. First time here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. The bell doesn't always work, so come to ClimateViewer.com and sign up for our newsletter. Remember, it would be impossible for me to do this without your support, so please join my Patreon or buy me a coffee on PayPal. And always, attack ideas, not people.
Kids are impressionable. That's why here at this station, we watch the programs and commercials your child watches carefully. He may see bad guys, but not in the role of heroes.
Ooh, look at this monster bunker fuel operation out here. All these long lines. Where are we at here? We're right where they're going to pull that storm up into the Bering Sea. Let me see if I can see these. Oh yeah, man, that's a monster bunker fuel operation. They're getting ready to change the weather patterns. Look, they're over here. They're right here off the coast of the Kamchatka coast, Kamchatka Islands. So they are back, and they are back big time. We've got tons of bunker fuel being deployed out here. I mean, look at this. This is so blatant. Look, they're all going into a target zone. They're trying to spin something up right here. So mega ship tracks. Mega ship tracks right here below the Aleutian Islands. That's a mega. Look at that. It covers thousands of miles, tons of ships. That's crazy. Let's see if we can spot any more going on. All right, so here we are looking at the atmospheric river, the river of the sky. This is what's being steered all over the place. We got some kind of weird anomaly there over Australia. Look at that. A little like a little laser beam was shot, and then look what happens to the atmospheric river. It bulges out. So they're hitting it. That's right where the fire zone is. That is right where the fire zone was. Check this out.